and welcome to Insights IS. Guys, this course is designed to make your preparation streamlined and with the same time to ensure that the topics which are given to you can give you much more accuracy in your prelims exam, that is prelims 2020. Let's discuss the first issue, that is your hyperloop system. So you all might know about Elon Musk, whose contributions are your speed electric cars, Hyperloop, and your SpaceX, that is space exploration technologies. So one of the finest discovery is your Hyperloop, and it is created to increase your transportation system and decrease the time and distance. So it is a revolution in a real sense. So the proposed Pune Mumbai Hyperloop project, an ultra modern transport system that will reduce the traveling time between the two cities to 25 minutes from 2.5 to 3 hours, may be scrapped by the state government because there are lots of challenges are there. So it is really much more money investing, and with the same time that challenges are there, still India is trying to bring this technology to our country, and it is a transportation system where a pod like vehicle is propelled through a near vacuum tube connecting cities at speeds matching that of an aircraft. So the capsule, this kind, you can see this kind of capsule is there, and it will move like with a very faster direction, and maglev technology, that is magnetic levitation, where the capsule, that is the train, you can say that hyperloop system will float over the on the air, and in that it would move in a faster direction. So already I have discussed, it's a brainchild of Tesla founder Elon Musk, and he is also the founder of SpaceX company. So what are those challenges? And lots of good things are there. I mean to say advantages are there, and obviously it would reduce the distance and time, and less glitches are there, and it would move in a faster direction, and no animals, like when a train is moving, you might have seen lots of accidents are happening, and lots of elephants and those tigers are dying, and in this case this accident thing is very less, but still challenges are there. Let's discuss what are those challenges. Constructing a tube hundreds of kilometers long would be an engineering marvel in of itself. That does mean it would bring forth lots of investment. So that is the biggest challenge, and in India like countries, we have less money and our poverty is there. That doesn't mean that we should not bring this kind of technology. We must bring the parallel things should be there. Mean poverty reduction should be there, with the same time this technology innovations, medical innovations, education innovation should be there. But the investment is so high and we have to think upon it. In real world, there are tens of thousands of kilograms of atmospheric pressure which threatens to crush any vacuum chamber, and it would run between a chamber actually, and their airtight chamber would be there, and the capsule will move in the chamber, and this kind of problem would be happening. And remember, another problem is there is also the problem with thermal expansion, which threatens to buckle any large structure without proper thermal expansion capabilities. So when it will move forward, the capsule will move forward within the chamber, and the thermal expansion can be there, so it can increase the size, and the increasing size is a problem. The hyperloop would also be stupendously expensive. There are many unavoidable problems facing the hyperloop that threatens the structural integrity and every human life on board. The problem can be addressed, but at a great cost. So this is the conclusive statement. The problem can be addressed, but at a great cost, and for that we need another thing that is known as FDI, foreign direct investment. So in that case, our Singapore, Japan, South Korea, Canada, US, if they are in Mauritius, Seychelles, if these countries are interested, they can invest much more. Then we can bring these technologies to our India. So let's discuss the next issue, that is K4. What is K4? It is much more interesting. Let's know about that. Before going to that, we will discuss about your ballistic missile and your cruise missile. What is ballistic missile? When the project path is like that, okay, suppose you are releasing the missile from here and it is creating a projectile path, and under the effect of gravity it will fall. Okay, so once it is risen to this point, after that the gravity will pull this missile to this point. So this is known as ballistic missile. And what is cruise missile? Please watch the video. And the cruise missile will move in this direction. Once it is risen to the air, it will move in a forward direction, straight direction. And suppose there is a mountain coming or any kind of structure coming, they can this cruise missile can change the direction. Actually, this is the beauty. Suppose it is going, it may go like this, and it may go like this also, straight direction, zigzag direction, serpent like direction, any direction it can move like that. This is the specificity of this cruise missile. Please watch the video. After that we'll move the K4 missile. So K4 missile, it is a 3500 kilometer range submarine launched ballistic missile, that is K4. And it is the test is carried by the DRDO, that is Defense Research and Development Organization, from a submerged pontoon of the Visakhapatnam coast, which is located in Andhra Pradesh. And what is the pontoon? It is a flattish boat that relies on floats to remain buoyant. And remember, the pontoon stimulates the situation of a launch from a submarine. The circular error probability, that is CEP, of the missile is much more sophisticated than Chinese missile. What is CEP? The CEP determines the accuracy of a missile. The lower the CEP, the more accurate the missile is. Please remember this statement. We should not go in much more details because it is not required. After induction, this will the chief support of the Arihant class of indigenous ballistic missile nuclear submarines. So in India, this triad is your INS Arihant. Okay, so and it is the first and only operational indigenous ballistic missile nuclear submarine, that is SSBN, and is armed with K-15 Sagarika missiles with a range of 750 km. So let's discuss another issue, that is Irrawaddy dolphins, because in previous year they have already asked you about Ganges dolphin, and they can ask about you Irrawaddy dolphins. Please let's know about this. Remember that it is in the endangered list of IUCN red list, and the Ganges dolphin also in the same endangered list. And during the dolphin census in Chilika Lake, which is located in Odisha, the direct sighting of the 146 Irrawaddy dolphins has been reported so far. This is Irrawaddy dolphin, and it is really beautiful. The census is being carried out using hydrophone monitoring technique. The hydrophone is a microphone designed to be used underwater for recording or listening to underwater sound. Coastal areas in South and Southeast Asia, and in three rivers named Irrawaddy River in Myanmar, and the Mahakam River in Indonesia, Borneo region, and the Mekong in China, and in these three rivers this Irrawaddy dolphin is found largely. Dolphin distribution in Chilika is considered to be the highest single lagoon population. Chilika is Asia's largest and world's second largest lagoon. So guys, in comment box mention which is the largest freshwater lake in India and in which state is located. Let's discuss the next issue, that is your pneumococcal conjugate vaccine. The government is planning for the nationwide rollout of pneumococcal conjugate vaccine under Universal Immunization Program. and it would require about 50% of the budget of UIP, that is your universal immunization program. And this PCV is the costliest vaccine in the UIP basket, remember it. The cost challenge for India's immunization program is set to mount further as Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunizations is set to withdraw its support for India from 2022. This Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunizations is an international organization which brings together public and private sectors to create equal access to vaccines for children. This pneumococcal conjugate vaccine prevents pneumococcal disease. The vaccine is a mix of several bacteria of the pneumococci family which are known to cause pneumonia, hence conjugate is included in the name of the vaccine. So let's discuss about pneumococcal disease. What is this pneumococcal disease? And it refers to any illness caused by pneumococcal bacteria. What are symptoms? This bacteria can cause many types of illness including pneumonia, which is an infection of lungs. Pneumococcal bacteria are one of the most common causes of pneumonia. Then a vulnerable population, anyone can get pneumococcal disease, but children under 2 years of age, people with certain medical conditions, adults 65 years or older, and cigarette smokers are at the highest risk. In 2010, the annual incidence of several pneumococcal pneumonia in India was estimated to 4.8 episodes for 1000 children younger than 5 years. Let's discuss about Universal Immunization Program, that is UIP. And it is launched by the government in 1985 to prevent mortality and morbidity in children and pregnant women against 12 vaccines preventable diseases. Under UIP, free of cost vaccination is provided against 12 vaccine preventable diseases, that is tuberculosis, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, polio, hepatitis B, pneumonia, and meningitis due to Haemophilus influenza type B, that is HIV, measles, rubella, Japanese encephalitis, and rotavirus diarrhea. The program is one of the largest health program in the world, that is UIP program. It is a unique statement, please remember it. The next issue is Steppe Eagle. What is this Steppe Eagle? And because the Steppe Eagle sighted in Andhra Pradesh during Asian Water of Birds census. And it is the second time in the past 2 decades the Steppe Eagle has been seen in a large number. And it is a migratory raptor. What is this raptor? You know this hawk, HAWK hawk is there, and this kind of eagles are there. They are known as raptor because they are the highest kind of prey. Okay, so that's why they are given this kind of name, that is migratory raptor. Moved from least concern. Previously it was in least concern and it is now in endangered under IUCN red list. It breeds in Russia, Kazakhstan, and Mongolia during the winter season. And the Steppe eagle is the second largest migratory eagle species to India. Throughout its range, it favors open dry habitats such as deserts, semi-desert, steppes or savanna. So the Steppe eagle appears on the flag of Kazakhstan. It is also the national bird animal of Egypt and appears on its flag. The threats to the Steppe eagle include habitat loss or degradation, electrocution on collision with energy infrastructure, poisoning through herbicides, pesticides, veterinary drugs, that is diclofenac in food sources, etc. Guys, you remember that eagle is known as the Sahin also in Urdu, and it is the much famous bird. It's just like the lion of in animals, and eagle is the king of birds. So while you are one thing I can remember, that while you are preparing for UPSC, you are faced with lots of problems. So it may be financial, it may be your memory specific, and lots of studying you have to do, and lots of things you have to do. So you have to be like eagle. You have to fly over the clouds, not below the cloud, so that the challenges will be less. If the cloud mean your kind of motivation, your kind of attitude. If you show this kind of attitude that any cost I will be IS this time, nobody can stop me, then you will be IS this time, definitely. And this is the thing, actually lots of people are coming to civil services. It is one of the most respected job in India, and the demand is very high. So, and only 180 seats are there for IS only, that is Indian Administrative Service. So you have to be specific with preparation, and you have to do hard working, and with the same time you have to do smart working so that you can clear the exam. So you have to be like eagle. So the next issue is your Baiga tribe. The Baiga means sorcerers, is one of the PVTCs, and this Baiga tribe, it is one of the particularly vulnerable tribal groups. And already in previous lecture I have discussed 75 PVTCs are there. Debar Commission who created this PVTCs list, and highest type of PVTCs are in Odisha, population wise highest number in Madhya Pradesh. This kind of things are there. So you can visit the previous lectures as well. They mainly live in Chhattisgarh, this is Baiga tribe, Jharkhand, Bihar, Odisha, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh and UP. Traditionally, the Baiga lived in a semi-nomadic life and practiced slash and burn cultivation. Now they are mainly dependent on minor forest produce for their livelihood. And bamboo is the primary resource for them. Tattooing is an integral part of Baiga culture. Every age and body parts has a specific tattoo reserved for the occasion. So let's discuss the prelims question that is of 2017. In India, judicial review implies. What is your judicial review? When you are doing legislation or executive things, then it is subject to your judicial proceedings, and judiciary will confirm that it is as per the norms of the constitution or not. So it is known as judicial review. Let's discuss the sentence. What it implies: the power of the judiciary to pronounce upon the constitutionality of laws and executive orders. Yes, it is a right statement. So let's discuss the prelim question of 2017 like this. Which one of the following is not a feature of the Indian federalism? So options are: there is an independent judiciary in India. It is the feature of Indian federalism. Powers have been clearly divided between the center and the states. It is the basic thing of federalism, so you can't neglect it. The federating units have been given unequal representation in the Rajya Sabha. It is also a right statement. It is the result of an agreement among the federating units. No, it is not Indian federalism. It may be USA kind of federalism, but in case of Indian federalism, it is not the right answer. So option D is the right answer because the not is asked. So let's discuss the CSAT question which is asked in 2019. I would request you to solve the question and put the answer in comment box. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.